This is Ronnie, Amber's Night, coming at you with a video. Um, I put a post up on the YouTube RPG Brigade Facebook page last night in response to um, uh, the moderator of the Facebook page, Tim, had had to kick someone off the page for racist comments. Um, and having seen some of those comments before, I blocked that particular person. I quite understand why it was kicked. What he was saying before I blocked him was fairly violent. If he got worse, which seems to be the indication, then every right to get kicked. But I made a post, and I want to expand on it. One of the things that I've always loved about this hobby of tabletop gaming is that I think, by the very nature of our hobby, we as gamers tend to be a fairly open-minded lot when it comes to a person's background, a gamer's background. I have I have no problem at all with ethnicity, nationality, gender, sexual orientation, uh, age, within reason. You know, the older I get, the older I like my players being. You know, this community group that's hopefully going to be up and running soon may get may have some teenagers. I may end up running a game or two just to show them what a role-playing game is. But the point is, I I personally have no time for racist people, sexist people, homophobic people, people who uh, have a problem with others' political views, except for extremists. Um, Tim mentioned that he could quite happily sit at a table with someone who was a white supremacist. I will admit I couldn't do that. Um, I couldn't be friends with someone who was a white supremacist. Same way as I couldn't be friends with someone who was misogynistic or someone who was homophobic. Um, I said, you know, it's one thing when it comes to gay people, it's one thing I suppose where you kind of go, really not for me. There's another thing to be, you know, sort of vilely anti. Um, I mean, when it comes to sex between two men, is it something that I find titillating, exciting? No. You know, the idea of kissing another man doesn't work for me. But, and this is a key point, of course it doesn't work for me. I'm heterosexual. I'm sure the idea of passionately kissing a woman um, doesn't sit well with a gay man. The same way that passionately kissing a man doesn't sit well with a gay woman. More importantly, uh, I have the same visceral reaction when it comes to people who like sucking toes. Um, and I wouldn't discriminate against them either. So, I mean, it's just all very weird. But I have always assumed, maybe it's because I've always had a sort of wide church of players. I mean, amongst my players, I have different ethnicities, different genders, uh, different sexual orientations, religious beliefs, political affiliations, and so on. None of that matters around the gaming table, providing, of course, as I say, when it comes to religious or political affiliations, they're not extremists. Um, but I despair at this notion that you can be a gamer and a racist. Maybe that's very naive on my part. Or that you can be a gamer and homophobic, or you can be a gamer and sexist. Aren't we better than that? As role players, aren't we better than that? Isn't the nature of our hobbies such that our minds are more open? That we embrace more of the world because of our hobby? Maybe I'm wrong about that. But I'd like to think that we were more open in life. So I'm going to throw this out. This is just a quick video. I'm going to throw it out to you guys. As I say, we should be more open. Certainly, you know, in cases of a group, a Facebook page, I think we have a duty, the moderators have a duty to, you know, bitch slap anyone who's being racist or sexist or homophobic, you know, anti-religious and so on. You know, we should be better than that. And it saddens me that there are some people who aren't. But am I being naive with my view that gamers are more open-minded? That it's almost part of who we are? Let me know. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts.